Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm Jamar McKeel.
I'm James Gerald.
And y'all just got served with J&J Sports. Happy New Year.
Shout out to J&J. So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Watching content like what y'all put up. So yeah, let's rock and roll, brothers.
Man, we got some sports news of the day, James, man. So first up, man, the Ravens' very own John Harbaugh was hired as a New York Giants head coach. So the Baltimore Ravens, James, got rid of John Harbaugh, man. How do you feel about this decision? Was this a smart decision from the Ravens, and will this benefit the Giants?
I think they should have held on to him a little bit longer. Getting rid of him was not necessarily the answer. But I guess from their perspective, they really just wanted a change. They said, it was time for a change, and we're going to go ahead and wipe the slate clean. And I'm just kind of curious about how the Baltimore Ravens are going to look moving forward without him, because he's been their identity for well over 10 years.
Yes, Super Bowl winning coach. I don't know. I don't think this was a smart decision either. Whoever their replacement is, they have to be somebody on his level, at least a championship winner coach, because if not, anything else doesn't make sense. So to me, we would just have to see you guys, and then we got to think about Lamar Jackson. Can he adapt to this new coach? Can they coincide, and can it make sense? You know what I mean? We understand he was hurt and he was just coming in. So I knew the game it could have went any way, you know what I mean? But he actually played pretty decent, James, to say that was his first game back and a playoff game. It just didn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to see who's going to become the new AFC North champion, because for the longest time it has been the Ravens. The Steelers overtook them this last year, but they're not going to have Aaron Donald, or they're not going to have Aaron Rodgers there anymore. And then Baltimore got rid of their coach, so they're going to look completely different. And then you've got Cleveland and Cincinnati. What do you think about those two?
Yeah, man. As far as Cincinnati, I think they still got Joe. I know there's some changes going to happen, but they need to focus more on defense for sure. Cleveland, their team is pretty solid right now.
Yeah, I could see that. I know you've got the LSU ties, so I'm really curious about what's going on with Burrow and how that whole situation is going to look.
Yeah, he should be doing good. Like I said, I mean, I wish he was playing for the Saints right now. That definitely been something that we could have needed. But he was, man, even still now, he was always an LSU legend. I looked at some of his stat sheets with him and Jamar Chase playing in that college SEC run. Amazing. So I just need to see that. I need to see that LSU quarterback with John Burrow next season.
If the Saints do decide to move on from their current quarterback and they go for Joe Burrow, what do you think would be like a fair package to get him?
Man, I'd give him a 4-year. It's probably crazy. 4-year, $200 million, $250 million. But that would have to be up to him if he feels like Cincinnati's not working and he wants to come back. Come back home somewhere. So that it really just is up to him.
And then, as far as draft picks, would you be upset if it was 2 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks? What do you think is the best?
I would say 2. I'll give him 2.
Yeah, 2 first-rounders for Joe Burrow, and then
2 first-rounders
take on his contract too. So that would be helpful for Cincinnati and for New Orleans.
Right, and if he could bring Jamar Chase down, bring with him. Okay, now it's something. Now we got something for sure.
Yeah, and you had mentioned about Cleveland. I mean, Shedeur could be the answer at quarterback. We don't know exactly how he's going to mature as a player. But towards the end,
he's gonna be a problem, James, because they got rid of that Stefanski, that quarterback, so he has a fair chance now. So I'm excited to see what he does this next season.
Yeah, I am too. And, we look back to the draft, and I think he was probably the biggest name that everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
For the people who were going to be sure first round picks.
Right.
And to see him fall the way that he did, that was completely shocking for everyone.
Man, it shook the world, man. It shook the world, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. But, he got a fair, it's a fresh start this season coming up. So I can't wait to see what he does. And, I'm happy that he was able to just get through all this for sure.
Does a fall in the draft like that, do you think that hurts his confidence or does that help his confidence?
For some players, it hurts him. But I think with him, with his background, with, his dad and everything, I mean, he already had that spirit of just, it never backing down in him. So I feel like, yeah, he already knew things like this could have happened. So for sure.
Oh, yeah. And the way that he, took interviews throughout the season, the way that he didn't seem to have a sour attitude about the whole situation. He was happy to be there in Cleveland, happy to help out. And as soon as they called upon him, he stepped in and he played. Yeah,
he did. He definitely played, man. He definitely did his thing. Just a few adjustments need to be made on his end, but like I said, we'll definitely see for this next season, for sure.
Hey, it's James Jerwitz from J&J Sports. Make sure you check out our episodes that are now on Spotify, and shout out to Barracks.
J&J Sports.
Keeping it slick in 2026.